The tension had been rising since Captain Chris and Sergeant Holgar arrived at the encampment on the outskirts of an uncharted jungle planet. The elders of the Enclave, Kaplan and Zienilar, had called the meeting. Kaplan's haunted eyes met those of Chris and Holgar before he gestured for them to step into the empty corridor. "We need to talk," Kaplan murmured, his voice caught between urgency and dread. Beside him, Zienilar stood rigid, her arms stiff by her side like a sentinel standing guard in stillness. "There's a place," Kaplan continued, his voice heavy with the weight of what he was about to reveal. "A place that can bring soldiers together, wipe away what they know, what they've been taught." Zienilar flinched at his words, her eyebrows knitting together in a tight frown. "No, Kaplan," she interrupted, her voice fierce but laced with fear. "It's inhumane, cruel beyond words. What you're suggesting, it's madness." "We came through, Zienilar," Kaplan argued, his voice softening as he turned to her, "did we not?" Chris and Holgar, veterans of horrific battle scenes, glanced at each other, unease twisting their features. They were stranded in this conversation about a place of horror that defied their imaginations. Kaplan and Zienilar shared a long look, a silent exchange loaded with memories too painful for words. Their eyes clouded as they reached back in time to the days when they were themselves abandoned, forsaken by their own kind and left to perish on an alien world. Kaplan's voice dropped as he began, "We found ourselves in a land of green wilderness. The jungle was a world of its own, a vast realm of towering trees and perpetual mist. But it was deceptive, nestled in its embrace, providing the illusion of sanctuary with its abundance. Water, fruit, and game, these comforts seduced us into a false sense of safety. Then it began," Zienilar added, her voice a frightened whisper. "We thought to forge a fire base, found a clearing, convinced we could carve a life here. But the jungle came alive, in a silence that roared into our bones." In the pallor of their recounting, Chris and Holgar saw the gruesome flashback in their minds. The ground moved, churned by hidden life, predators unseen beneath the soil. They emerged, Kaplan's voice shook now, figures carved in nightmares, for no words describe them. They surged from the soil with furious speed, defending their realm, and we were but invaders. Some ran to the water, others to the stone caves, still others fled into the jungle's depths, all met with horrors greater than the last. We fought, Zienilar's knuckles whitened with memory. We fired our weapons, hoping to drive them back. But our bullets roused mere anger from them, our friends were consumed. Those who ran for refuge came back, screams torn from their souls. It wasn't just ground attackers, we found terrors lurking in the water and death watching us from the skies. Before that cursed dusk, Kaplan's voice was a thread of despair woven with fatigue. We were many, 980 strong, bonded by survival. By dawn, we had dwindled by a quarter. Zienilar faced Chris and Holgar with eyes that might have once held hope. This jungle strips soldiers bare, as it did us, binds them with the harshest kinship.